What's up, everyone? It's Wild Runs here, and it has been a while since my last video. And to that, I would say I've had some stuff happen, and honestly, I've just not had the luck with my rounds. They haven't been like what I would like to put out. It's kind of like either my camera goes out, or I just play badly, and it's just not really interesting. Or I just have not had the energy or desire. And I did pump out like 18 videos in a matter of like 20 days. So it's not necessarily that unheard of. But what I wanted to talk about today was what disc golf means to me. And I think it's going to be a little bit introspective and something that I don't actually know the answer to until I actually really dive into it. So when I think about disc golf, I still think about watching endless rounds of 2019 Jomez and just sitting in my bed in the middle of July while it's like raining outside without anything to do and just figuring out what the heck this sport's about, who the heck Ricky Wysocki and Paul McBeth are, and why it is so incredibly engaging and interesting. There's just so much to the sport. I mean, obviously, there's not that much. You just throw a frisbee. But there's a lot more engaging parts of it that you just don't see on the surface layer. But even on the surface, it's still super fun to watch. And ever since that moment, I just have been enthralled. There have been moments, especially like this time last year, where it's snowy, it's just not great conditions, where I don't feel that connected, but the desire and drive is still there, and the community is still there. Everyone on the disc golf subreddit is posting, even if it's a lot of garbage post, but the community is still there. I can still play with my friends most of the time. I can still get around in most of the time, even if it's snowy. I can still kind of play, and if I can't, I can just do some putting practice. So I think there's just so much to the sport for practicing, improving, engaging with the community that it really lends itself well to being just a great sport. I feel like there's maybe not. Like I'd say skateboarding and maybe like weightlifting, where it's entirely like self-taught and self-improvement. Those type of things are kind of similar, but there's still just this incredible amount of desire and love in the sport that everyone is rooting for each other. There's not really any winners or losers. Everyone's just like, oh man, you just made that 60-footer. That's crazy. And just all that love is shown so much in every tournament I've done, every round I've played with a friend, all the Jomez coverage, all the other Chase card coverages. Everyone's just rooting for each other. And I think that's why the sport lends itself to being such a positive place to be at. There's no negativity for the most part. You might have a Nico being crazy, but for the most part, there's just so much love. And that's another reason why I just could never imagine truly just going to another place. I think the sport is just such a positive atmosphere. And I love it for that. And I think I've discovered that because I've played a lot of solo rounds, the sport has gradually become therapeutic in a way. And I know there's like some dumb ads where they're trying to get you to buy their baskets because it's like therapy for my day. I do my putting practice. But in all reality, just putting in your headphones and just playing around without any other concerns, whether it's on like your lunch break or after you get off work, there's just so much good vibes that flow through you that you just can't not be happy while you're playing. And I feel like disc golf has become like the glue to a lot of my life. Like work can be monotonous and kind of dry, but I know if it's lunchtime, if I haven't played yet and I just have like a couple hours till I get off around like 3 or 4, I can play around right then. And knowing that I can do this thing that makes me happy at the end of the day, it just fills me with happiness, and I just love it. And it has like it's given me time to meditate, essentially. Like, I'll think about where I'm at and what my life's going to, and other times I'll just be literally just playing, not even keeping score, not even really keeping track of like my technique, just kind of playing. And I think that's super important, that there's this thing that so many people can do where it's not necessarily about improvement or even hanging out with people. It's just time to reflect on your life. And I just consistently feel that every time I go out and play. So I think overall, there's just so much positive that I just can't see negative that would outweigh me playing, or me not playing anymore. And obviously I do want to just dominate in the tournaments I'm going to do this year. I doubt I will do that good, but I would love to improve significantly and get my rating up to like 900. But for now, I'm just trying to like just play and kind of get in the groove of every shot feels comfortable, every shot feels good, and just going on that grind is exactly what I want right now. Now, it's not to say that everyone should play disc golf. Everyone will have these same exact feelings, but I think wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, you should try to find your bliss or your moments where you can just be silent and really take in what's going on in your life, because that's just something that you don't really get unless you're like maybe at the gym or actually meditating. You don't get those moments where you're just entirely introspective mode and you have nothing else to do but just think. So it might be a little bit long-winded. It might have been a little bit repetitive, but thank you for watching. As always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. It's Wild Runs, signing out. Peace.